What's up, you damn hooligans? I'm back. Somebody cue that Terminator intro. Been a long time since I've done a review. It's because I was hanging out at my villa in the Spanish Riviera. Nah, I was just kicking it on my couch enjoying 3% lactose-free milk, watching that fireplace channel. Alright, let's get to it. What do we got today? We are reviewing, or going to take a look at one of my latest acquisitions, a Karroll KC3 Slim. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the maker, we're going to talk about the specs, we're going to talk about what I like about this knife, and we're going to talk about what I dislike, and we're going to give some closing thoughts. The maker slash model is the Karroll KC3 Slim. Karroll makes a wicked knife. I like this knife. I like how compact it is. I like the blade grind. I like the deployment. I like how contoured it is. Shit, I'm going through all the specs of my likes already. Point of this is, Karroll makes a wicked knife. You can get this, or try to get one of these models, and he does these regular drops on his Facebook pages. And they're all lottery, and every now and then you'll get lucky and he'll post a for sale one where first come, first serve, and they move fast. These things are super rare and super hard to come by. Now, every now and then on his Facebook page, you'll see people having a couple pre-owned knives up for sale, and they move very fast. What I'm trying to say is, if you can get one of these knives, and if you get a hold of his Facebook page, they're absolutely worth it in terms of what you get for the quality, and what you're getting is a really well-made knife. Now, let's go through the specs. We've got a 4-inch knife, 4-inch when closed. It's got a deep carry titanium pocket clip. Obviously the handles are made of titanium. They've got this sort of matte bead blasted finish which hides wear and tear really well. You've got titanium anodized blue standoffs. The titanium handles are contoured, so they're ridiculously smooth. There are no sharp edges or anything around this knife, and it feels good in the hand. It feels smooth. There's no hot spots. It's just built really well to be compact and feels good in the hand. You've got a 3-inch blade here, and one of the most appealing things about this knife are the grinds. Not to mention the Maker's Skull logo. That's pretty damn wicked, man. But again, let's take a look at these grinds on this. It's just damn fine. I'll be sitting there in a meeting just looking at this damn knife open like this, and you know what? Because I'm the kind of cat that does that, it's all good. Now, rides on caged bearings, so it fires out, no issues, drops shut. Let's do that drop shot one more time on there. I got my thumb in the way. By the way, this sucker is sharp. I've already nicked myself on this because it came from a spot treatment prior to me receiving it, so it was ridiculously sharp. As mentioned, 3-inch blade. We've got CPM 154 steel, solid, righteous steel. And Karroll does amazing work with the grinds and the blade edge on this. Let's zoom in on that sucker. I mean, look at this thing. I'll be sitting there just looking at this damn knife. And not just even flicking it, just taking a real good look at it. It's got a thumb disc deployment. This is new for me because I usually have thumb studs deployment, or more recently in the last year, front flippers. And I also have one of the back deploys here with the flipper tabs. But this is different. I don't have a knife that's got a thumb disc, and it took some time to get used to. And I think thumb discs are good for guys that are also left-handed, because you know it doesn't discriminate, and you can use either left hand or right hand. But getting my thumb in there to fire that out is not an issue at all. It just took some time to get used to. And you can also do that sort of middle finger flick in there. Now I dig the middle finger flick. I've been doing that in meetings, stand-up updates, and people look at me thinking, damn, that guy is cool. I mean, he probably finishes a Super Mario NES game in under 3 minutes just because he can, you know, flick his shit like that. And I'm just saying it's cool to do, and I like doing it, and people think it's cool as shit. Now, this blade profile is righteous. It's an effective EDC blade and I think it's because of the blade profile on the grinds. It's the kind of knife you can cut your bagel and cream cheese sandwich with in the morning and remove an appendix in the afternoon. Now, I'm not sure if you want to remove an appendix, but you have that option if you're trained and shit like that, right? I mean, just giving you options up there. Now that we've talked specs, what I like about this knife, I like how compact it is. It fits in the hand. It's 4 inches when closed. I like the blade profile. It's righteous. It's surprisingly effective. I don't know if I have a blade that's in this particular grinder profile. I'll have to take a look at that in my collection. Maybe if I'll get too many damn knives. And I don't need them all, but I keep them all. Now, it's on caged bearings. I love knives on caged bearings. They deploy ridiculous and they just drop shut. I don't need drop shut, but I like the fact that, you know, the shit's broken in. And it's also the fact that the knife's over a year old. But I did get it, I think this was produced in 2017, around the end of the year. And just before I got it a month or two ago, it went for a spot. Karroll took care of it. So it came ridiculously sharp. And it's also mad centered. Now, when I'm paying for a custom, I like things to be on point. I'm not picky, but the price we're paying, you know, I like a couple things to be solid and dialed in. And this is just dialed in. Let's give you a close-up there to see that blade is just centered and on point. I like the jimping. It's good. My hands, you know, they get in there. Cutting my bagels in the morning, I don't have to worry about it. I mean, what else am I going to use this damn knife for, right? I like the fact that the lockup is pretty solid. It's got these sort of cutouts there, so my thumb gets in there and it disengages pretty easily. It's not sharp. It's also contoured. Up is pretty damn good if you ask me, and I have no issues. It just falls right in like butter. I like the deployment. It's different for me. It took me some time to get used to, but I like it. And just doing this shit is just cool. Well, oh, look at that, another misfire. What the hell is going on here? It takes some time to get used to. Maybe I don't have that strong finger muscle shit going on there. But like I said, I dig it. It's compact enough for me. What I do dislike is, I think it's because maybe the knife's about a year old. The detent is not the strongest, and I can sort of easily fire it out. But it's, you know, I feel that it's, if I can do a bit of a wrist flick, it'll fire out. But it's just on the cusp. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the knife's about a year old. But no issues getting it out at all. No issues doing that middle flick either. It's a solid knife. I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something compact. And like I mentioned, to get one, you have to sort of fire up his Facebook page, request and get added as a member, and you'd have to keep an eye for the lotteries that go up. The knives are fairly well priced. I think I've seen a couple go for brand new, about 700 to 750 USD. And he'll also have ones where it's a first come, first serve. So post a knife up for sale, first person to say in gets it. You'll also have a couple pre-owned guys up there as well. And I've seen quite a few pre-owned variations of this and sort of a cleaver style pop-up. And if you're motivated, you will get one. They are rare, but if you're persistent and you're on there at the right time, at the right place, and you ain't got shit to do, and you take a day off from work, you know, and you just troll Facebook, you won't get this knife. Do I recommend this knife? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Hell yes. Do I regret it? No. Am I going to get more? Yes. This thing comes in a couple of variations, where you can get either a sort of a thumb stud deploy, you get a different blade profile, and then I think you can also get one that's got a spidey hole deployment. I've seen them also run on phosphor bronze washers as well, which is another option if you guys, there's people that are old school out there like the washers. And I wouldn't mind messing with this thing in washers as well. From what I hear, they're really well dialed in. I like it. I'm going to keep it, and it's going to stay in the rotation for a very long time. And let's just take a look at the maker's logo. I'm gonna just rub that off right there, not, you know, slice my finger in half. But how damn cool is that? That skull is damn wicked. I'm gonna take a look at the grinds on this knife here. We're gonna look at one side. I'm gonna flip this over, take a sip of that Kool-Aid, and we're gonna check out the other side. Look at the grinds. Now, thanks for checking out my video. Hope you enjoyed that. You can also check out my Instagram page and subscribe for more reviews. Catch you guys later.